for not taking God serious enough. In the last days, I believe we've become spiritually, in many ways, indifferent to the things of God. We've got when McDonald's first came out, it was the fast food restaurant. We want everything immediately, right now, and don't want to worry about praying or going through any of the emotions that we have to go through. We want it instantaneously. I believe God's calling it. I'm here this morning because of my dad's prayer when he was a 12-year-old boy. You say that might not have anything to do with it. Well, you don't know where my dad grew up. His Father's Day here, not very far down the road. But my dad, as a boy, grew up in a home where God was only mentioned as a curse word. Maybe you've never been in that type of atmosphere. But my dad grew up in that. His mother was Grammy was she raised 13 children. Just to work. The men in the family, the boys in the family, all had to work. They all had to, back then they eat a lot of moose meat and a lot of deer meat and all kinds of that bad stuff, that good stuff. But they all had to work for it. But the pressures were on. But my dad even had to tell his mother to be quiet one time. That's not what he said. He just said, why don't you shut up? He said, every time I come through this house, you're ranting and raving and cursing and screaming and hollering. Why don't you shut your mouth? He said, but as a 12-year-old boy, it got so bad. He used to get out in the apple orchard, and the only prayer that he knew was the Lord's Prayer. Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. He learned it in school, and he prayed that. It ended up over a few years later. My dad got attached to my mom. They got together and raised 8 of us children. And they were the ones that taught us how to pray. Don't minimize prayer. It don't matter if Joshua's got a big boo-boo. It don't matter. We've seen it with all of the children, whether there's some of the older ones in financial crisis or whatever the crisis is, they always come back and they always want to pray. Are you one that knows how to pray? Or would people bypass you? Don't answer me, please. But do people call you for prayer? Are you one that knows how to pray? It was about like the time the family was gathered, not my family, but another family